Sol technology is the perfect frequency, and the entire range or healthy range of frequencies are protected by patent. Quote, "So safe you can drink it, yet so powerful it can kill the most dangerous bacteria known to man." Unquote. That was given by my good friend Keith, who, by the way, has it in his bathroom, his boat, his truck, his briefcase at the office, and he gives it to all his friends for everything. His father, William, is one of the most generous souls I've ever met. He's kind of like Johnny Appleseed for silver. William takes care of those who need him and helps everyone everywhere he goes, even in places like Ghana, where the new silver is approved as a homeopathic drug. Now, let me go on and tell you about the bacteria that's killed with your silver. It is listed on the back page, or page 41 of the patent. And it goes on for an entire page and documents at what parts per million it takes, or in other words, what concentration it takes to kill off any number of over 100 different bacteria. I won't go through all 100 of those right now, but suffice it to say, everything on that list is killed with 10 parts per million or less. And the optimal range on page 39 suggests that about 14 parts per million, or anywhere from 10 to 22 parts per million, is the optimal healthy range to be taken on a daily basis. And as an immune booster, it has over 80 published studies documenting its benefits to structures and functions of the body. As background information, in 1924, colloidal silver was actually patented. That patent ran out 17 years later, and it was public domain. In other words, anyone could use it, anyone could have it, you could make it in your own basement, garage, or anywhere else. But because it was patent protected at that time, anyone who wanted a new patent had to come up with a new technology that designated something that was chemically or materially different. And because the new Silver Sol technology is materially different than the past colloidal silvers, it received a new patent. U.S. patent number 7135195 in November of 2006. Not only is this radically different antibiotic material more or less equal to the traditional biochemical antibiotics, it has the unique advantage that bacteria do not mutate to destroy its activity. Moreover, when used alongside a traditional antibiotic, the silver Aquasol has a synergistic effect, thereby extending the life of the efficacy of several antibiotics tenfold. That is a direct quote coming from Penn State University's Dr. Roy. He goes on to say, this extraordinary family of materials as potential leaders of a new class of health vectors. What he is suggesting is first line of defense. In addition, Dr. Roy writes that it also reduces pain. This is important because there are evidences where the military now uses antibacterial and pain-killing activities of silver in their soldiers' uniforms, in fact, in their socks, and using silver threads in their shirts to kill bacteria, and this is important in the field to help reduce infections. In addition, Dr. Roy reports in his publication from Penn State, for thousands of years in various countries, especially India, silver has been used for what is empirically known to be its bactericidal properties. That means the ability to kill bacteria and to keep water safe and often foods safer. A recent paper by Dr. Khanna reports some 275,000 kilograms, by the way, that's 500,000 pounds, of edible metallic silver foil are consumed every year in foods in India. No known adverse health effects have ever been recorded. This epidemiological evidence that silver as a metal is non-toxic in any way needs no further comment. That's a direct quote from his publication. As you can see, non-toxic has been demonstrated. Antibacterial is being demonstrated in our current military, and this is a product that will help provide first-line defense. This is important because the new silver is patent protected to be the size and frequency that is antimicrobial, while the old silver probably worked because it was like the jackhammer where it worked in the short term and just overpowered the dangerous cells, but maybe damaged a few good ones in the process. The new silver works for the long term and does so without the risk of contamination that you had with some of the older silvers. So, what if you could save yourself from an MRSA infection? Well, all of us expect that we will never get one, but what if? What if you're the one that could save your family from strep throat, a sinus infection, or just give Grandma the ability to make it through the winter without getting pneumonia this year? What if you went to the hospital just to have a mole removed and were infected with MRSA, and there were no antibiotics that could save you? What if you could save the world from an infectious disease like influenza, anthrax, or the next generation plague? Or what if all you ever did was take silver every day and never felt sick again? Well, the choice is yours. The doctors and 80 publications are credible. The U.S. Patent Office is thorough and bluntly honest. The EPA is indisputable. The FDA guidelines are conservative and just. General Carlton wrote a letter, an honest letter. He's a knowledgeable MD and expert in this field. Orrin Hatch, a senator who's responsible for your well-being, and Dr. Rustum Roy, the best material scientist in the world. All of them calling for you to feel the vibration of truth, the resonance of a new silver solution, the first internal disinfectant, and your first line of defense.